friend. Welcome to Start Early today. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well wherever you may be. Today we're going to discuss a couple of prompts here. I would like for you to sit back and relax and chill and maybe have coffee or tea. Or as you go about your day, maybe doing some dishes or running around the house mindfully. Doing chores, fixing things up, making things beautiful. Let me be your guide as you tackle or ride the waves of your day. First is self-authorship. May we all be the courageous authors of our lives. And it starts with your present moment. The moment upon waking, cultivate that sense of responsibility in how you're going to approach or how you are approaching each and every thought that pops up. So may we approach the thoughts with gentleness, because thoughts pop up without our control. It is the nature of the mind. Okay, people, take it easy. When you drive gently and awaringly. Okay? May people drive safely and awaringly. That's my blessing for the people today. So, being in charge of your mind means just being watchful, becoming watchful of what pops up and being careful on what you choose to engage in, because thoughts within themselves have no power. It is when we think of them, it is when we start to engage with them. This is where entanglement starts, because the moment you think about a thought, it automatically becomes complex with duality, polarity, and when we start to analyze, it just all gets complex and there will be no answer. Questions start. What if this happens? Anxiety starts. What if this happens to this and this to this? Well, there is no way of knowing because you're just sitting right where you are. So the solution is to really go back to the present moment where you're sitting. This is where we affirm our power. So go back to your breath. Go back to your body scan. Feel the sensation of the skin. See the colors in front of you. Maybe meditate on nature. Look at a leaf. Look at a bunny. And have a sip of your health drink. How's your coffee today? We're still finishing the can of chock full of nuts. Chock full of nuts. And I figured out the baseball guy, his name is Jackie Robinson. He's a humanitarian activist, also a professional baseball player. So this coffee brand is for a good cause. A part of it goes to the foundation and goes to the needy. So I'm pretty happy with about that. How about you? Have you been looking at consumer packaged goods lately and using it as gateways for mindfulness? Okay. Make sure to look at the label if it has the vegan logo. Make sure it's a conscious company and know where you put your dollar. Know where you cast your vote. Is it for the betterment of the world, or is it for your immediate pleasure and satisfaction, but in the long term is a detriment to your body and to the earth? So in these mindful decisions, we get to help the world become a better place. So mind what you buy, mind what you eat, and mind what you think. So today may you honor the good and bless the bad, because if you condemn the bad, you become the bad. It is very simple. So do not condemn anything, do not judge anything, just observe and smile and accept and learn. Because in listening and opening yourself up, you get to open up new doorways for new ways of being, and you unravel the possibilities and potentials of what you could become. So a little courage, maybe sign up for something scary, something that you're afraid of, and do it anyways. I signed up for my art to be exhibited at a place, and the day has come to hang it tomorrow. So there's a little fear in that, a little anxiety, but as far as I have learned, nothing's a big deal. I go back to that nature of why I signed up for it. It is for me to share something of beauty, to share a feeling. That is good enough, to share a feeling. So whatever beauty that you're feeling right now, find a way to express it and share it, because it is only, happiness is only meaningful when shared, and you do not know the effect, the value that it will provide if you share it. Okay, you do not have any idea on how it will be received. So just keep on creating and keep on sharing and keep on putting things together, and get ready for some ridicule and feedback, because the idiot is the precursor to the savior. Okay, so to be your best self, be ready to make mistakes, be ready to be put down. If you're gonna put out something good, it's bound to get put down. That is just how it works. That's just how it works, but that is how you learn to build systems, create habits that will call forth courage in you, shed away some shyness or avoidance. It will keep your creativity stagnant. Okay? Potential does not mean anything if it is not transferred into kinetic. So put things together, tidy up some things, organize some things, and try out some stuff. This is a very nice time on earth to do this. Maybe some writing, maybe some painting, maybe some song, and maybe just your life. Maybe put yourself together in a nice way. Present yourself as pleasant as you can, and just stay open. You don't know what today will bring, because it is always anew. Animal update. A bunny hopping about in a very fast manner, galloping. Maybe he or she is smelling something. Maybe he or she is smelling a carrot being stewed by the neighbor. Who knows? Nobody really knows. But okay, going back to our prompts here. Find some voluntary difficulty that you can engage in, and the difficulty will only last for 2 minutes. I assure you, if you do a set of heavy weightlifting, it will only be heavy for 2 minutes, and then if you put the priority on the set, that the set should be finished, you will. And you're gonna, and you'll surprise yourself, and the next day it won't be as heavy anymore. I really like that principle of really lifting something heavy first thing in the morning so that everything in my day becomes light. So do difficult choices for your life to become easy. Difficult choices, when faced voluntarily, equals lightness and easiness. And you would not want your life to end in regret, that you wondering what could have or what you should have. Okay, and it's all up to you. What are you gonna start today? What are you gonna conjure up today? Maybe a new perspective, maybe a new way of thinking, maybe a new way of aligning to your dreams. Be sensitive to your hunch and your heart rather than the head and the hands. Make time for silence, because we're always urged and pushed forward by momentum. You're always pushed by your habits. I've been listening to a lot of James Clear lately, and he said, we do not rise to the aspiration of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. So how do you make your systems good? So it only means that your systems, it is the one that is being followed. So how do you design your system? You design your environment. Maybe put your weights near you. Maybe do not put junk food in the cupboard. Okay? So build a system, maybe a schedule that you follow diligently. Whatever works for you, whatever. And you'll know what works for you because you're going to be happy with it. Watch your feeling, how you feel about it as you go about the habit that you're building. Because everything is just about the feeling. This is very important. Everything is just about the feeling. It's not the thing that you're accomplishing. It is who you are becoming. It is what kind of person you are as you do these things, as you do the things that you choose to do. And always remember, you have the choice on where to engage your time in and what your activities you're about to dive into, invest in. That's your only currency, your time. So in solitude, plan it out. Plan out where you're going to invest your time. Plan out where you're going to invest your day. Make it one of quality, creativity, and connection to what truly matters. Connect to your soul. Connect to your higher self. Start the day with a new self. Okay, yesterday's done. Take up the learnings, and a pen and the paper really goes handy. And notes from if you're really into using the cell phone, make use of your notes or an app, and boil it down to the bare essentials. Practice essentialism. What is essential? What is truly vital? Filter it down, fortify it. Cut out all distractions. From the trivial many, what is the one vital thing that needs to be done today that will create the most positive impact? What is the most important thing? Put the important thing over the urgent. Is it your creativity? For me, it is the type of person you're becoming. Focus on the virtues. Focus on the virtues. Courage, fortitude, discipline, peace of mind, gentleness, ease, balance, discernment. How are you gonna employ and deploy it to the army of yourself? You contain multitudes. You have body parts, make them strong. You have some ideas, put them to work. And we have the internet. All your questions, ask the chat GPT or Google. Okay, I have compiled a lot of these ideas in startearlytoday.com, and the name implies it. Start early. get smarten yourself up with the things that are needed and not needed. The not needed, blow them from your palm and cast them out into the nothingness of the ocean and the universe. Tell it, I'm done with this lesson and this trauma. I will now engage my mind and my attention into more fruitful things and more, what shall I say? How shall I say this? I'm thinking of other words, but the whole idea is important. What is important to me? Maybe I will let go of how I think I'm viewed, okay? Maybe I'll revert back to the natural essence of the self, the awareness, Sat Chit Ananda, ever new bliss, each breath you're breathing anew. Maybe embody Christ, embody the Buddha, just 1% of its nature. The Christ consciousness and the Buddha nature. You have the Buddha nature. If you listen to the teachers on the internet, the Eckhart Tolle, Oprah, Andrew Huberman, Paul Chek, Deepak Chopra, there's a lot out there. Or just maybe those woke influencers, if they'll resonate, take it. It doesn't matter where the source is. It's all just one thing. Whatever and whoever inspires you, fortify it into a word. Everything can be boiled down into an anchor word, and that anchor word can be carried in your pocket and in the back of your mind, and you can bring that word out. If you're anxious about an activity today, let's say you're gonna go to the dentist, carry this word with you. Safety. I am safe. I am this dentist. She helps me. Okay? We're all here for the same reason. To nourish and flourish each other, to lift each other up, and to treat each other as if it is you. Okay? Do unto others the way they want to be treated. Do unto others the way you want to be treated. Leave things be. Open yourself up to miracles. Design your environment. Build systems that bring you closer to your ideal self. But first of all, you gotta paint a picture in your head. What is your most ideal self? If everything resonates with you, if you look at social media, that is a part of you. Okay? Do not condemn yourself that you are not that. Rather, go the other way of celebrating yourself because you see something in that representation. Everything's just an imagery. And also, when you see that image that brings up inspiration, nurture that part of you that sees that. Let's say if you see something creative, do not shut it off or condemn it or envy it. A nice technique that I do is I look within myself and what part of myself finds this interesting. And if I let it run through me and create through that inspiration, a new thing is born. Let's say I see a recipe on the internet. I do not say, this guy is able to do this because of this and that's easy, and that is not creative, la 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 la. And I use that moment to look within myself and see what do I have myself. And from that, create from his framework, and the end product ends up different. And that differentiation sets me apart and makes me unique and becomes a contribution to the world. That's how I see it, and that's, I think, how God intended everybody to be, to have their own voice, to have their own contribution, to have their own style. So what is your style? The world is waiting for it, so muster up the courage. It's just about starting. And you can start by designing your environment, like maybe tape the paintbrush on your right hand, so when you wake up the paintbrush is on your hand. Okay, maybe wear your rubber shoes when you go to bed, so when you wake up you're ready for a walk and see the grandiosity of the artwork in front of you, which is God himself, nature himself. So become the type of person who you long to be, and it's best to start early. Practice your affirmations, silence, visualization. It's a Monday. It's a very good way to start, a good time to start. We have rested and relaxed on Sunday, and today we deploy all those inspirational insights that caught the attention of our hunch. Okay, all you gotta do is show up with a fervor to create, and make a commitment to accept the things that you cannot change, and what you can change, you create. You have neural energy that comes from within. I've been listening to a lot of Andrew Huberman. I listened to the one where he talks with Jocko Willink. And yes, we know that energy comes from glucose, turns into adenosine triphosphate and becomes mitochondria and becomes an energy source. But there's neural energy, this urge for us to get out there and make something of. Okay? So for me, this initiative creates lots of energy. When I move the body, when I sweat, and it urges me to put things together and present it to the world, that will be of value, because we're here to help and lift each other up. Okay, so know that everything's just an image. Do not be too attached to your self-image. Okay, everything changes. Get ready to be surprised at who you're gonna be today. Okay, you have a slight vision, but you're not attached to it. Be open. Once again, finding the middle way of your rigidity and your openness. Okay, it's nice to have a system and a structure, but at the same time you're open to change. Okay, you can be rigid at a set time, like for 30 minutes, do deep work of putting things together, and after that you're open to how the world reacts. Okay, do not get too attached with externals. Take a deep breath in and let go and accept of all things, and take charge of things that you can influence. What is it? Your surroundings, your clothes, what you wear, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself, how you engage in your vocation, your self-appointed duty. Okay, what is your self-appointed duty? That is up to you. Today, what is my self-appointed duty? And how am I going to embody this? Today, what is my self-appointed duty? And how am I going to embody this? I think it's a good way to end this episode. May you transcend the world of opposites. You are one with all. May you be in quiet stillness, for wisdom shall emerge. And with this wisdom comes peace and all the joy that you can ever imagine. All questions are answered in stillness and quietness. When you sit in solitude, nothing is not known. All is known. And from the course of miracles, no real thing can be threatened. And no unreal thing exists. Love is real. It can never be threatened. So start with a smile and brush your teeth well. Floss, my friend. This is Paolo signing off. Hope you have a great day. Peace and love.